Hey everybody! I'm here today to tell you how to hold your breath longer. These are some easy tricks that you can use to increase your overall breath hold time. Let's get right into the video. Number one, the first trick is to practice box breathing. Now, what is box breathing? Well, it is a tried and true technique that will actually help you with your overall breathing, but it'll definitely help you hold your breath for a longer period of time. Now, the box goes like this: breathing in, holding your breath, breathing out, and then staying without breath for a set number of seconds. Now you can start off with like 3 seconds. So breathe in for 3 seconds, hold your breath for 3 seconds, breathe out for 3 seconds, and then go without breathing for, like, just stop. Don't try and breathe in for another 3 seconds. It's gonna be something like this. And then you can start again, okay? And take some breaks in between, obviously. And then you can increase that, and you'll notice that that is going to elasticize your lungs. It's going to basically expand your lungs to allow you to have more breath and hold your breath for longer. Your lungs are essentially a muscle, an organ, but they're really like a muscle where you can train them to be better holding breath, okay? Number two over there. Number two is to basically build your breath hold time by holding for longer and longer each day. So what I did to increase my breath hold time to a crazy amount, it was actually ridiculous. Like, it was like, I think my highest at one point in time was like almost 2 minutes. It was pretty crazy. Not underwater. This is just me just holding my breath in real life. It was, yeah, it was crazy, but it took me a long time to get there. But basically, what I did was after the shower, I would just try and hold my breath for periods of time. So I'd start off and I'd try and hold my breath for, let's say, 20 seconds. And then I'd try and hold my breath for 30 seconds. And then I'd see what I could get to. And then, like, day one was like 35 seconds, let's say. The next day, the next night after my shower, I did the same thing. But I got to like 45 seconds and I kept building it up. And within a couple of weeks, I was like holding my breath for unbelievable amounts of time, to the point where my wife was questioning if I was actually doing it. I was showing her and she was questioning if I was like pretending to hold it and I was actually breathing. So she had her hand like over my nose and my mouth, and I was holding it for a long period of time. So you want to build it up with practice, just like a muscle group, just like you can curl more and more weight with working out. It's the same thing. Number three is get into a relaxed position. So if you want to hold your breath for longer, you can't be in a weird position. So even I was standing up, and I recommend that you try and do it standing up, because if you're sitting down, it's hard for you to get as much oxygen as possible. So do it standing up, or like leaning back like this, because then I can still get as much oxygen as I need. But be in a relaxed position, because if you're moving around, that's going to increase your heart rate, which is going to decrease your breath hold time. Number four is to focus on one visual spot. When I was doing it, I was closing my eyes, and I realized that if I opened my eyes and I saw anything at all, it would throw me off and I wouldn't hold my breath for nearly as long. So either, close your eyes or just stare at something that's not going to move and just focus on that one spot, and make sure you're not going to sort of get distracted, which leads me into number five, which is to eliminate distractions. Put your cell phone on silent, because if you hear something, it could throw you off. One little distraction can decrease your breath hold time significantly, because it's going to throw off your relaxed position. It's going to throw off your heart rate. It's going to throw off everything. You're going to be tempted to breathe because you're not focusing on holding your breath anymore. You're focusing on that text message that just came through, or that car that just drove by. So just eliminate all distractions. And last but not least is number six, which is to warm up. So if I was to try and hold my breath first thing in the morning after waking up, it would be difficult for me to do even for like 15 seconds probably, because my lungs are all contracted from being asleep for a whole night. So you want to warm up. Don't count your first breath hold as your maximum time. You want to warm up and build up to it. Let's say I know that I can hold my breath for 1.5 minutes and I'm trying to beat that. I would start off by going 30 seconds, 45 seconds, then a minute, and then I would try and beat it. So do like 3 little mini warm-up sessions where you go far from your max, and then you try and hold your breath for as long as you can, because you want to warm up your lungs while not exhausting them, okay, if that kind of makes sense. But that's it. That is how to hold your breath for longer. Some easy tricks. I wanted to do this a while ago, and I practiced it, right? And I got my breath hold time to some insane number. I wish I would have recorded it as the actual amount, but it was almost 2 minutes. It was getting pretty close to 2 minutes, which is insane. I mean, considering I started off at like 30 seconds and I had to, I had to gasp for air after 30 seconds. So you can build build it up, but you got to do these things that I told you. It worked for me, and I'm not in like extreme physical fitness shape. I'm not really fit or anything. If it worked for me, it can work for you too. And that said, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.